Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to speak about something that touches all of us, something that we've all encountered at some point in our journey dealing with people who don't respect us. Now, respect, my friends, is not a privilege, it is a foundation. It is the soil from which we grow our relationships, our purpose, and our destiny. But when someone disrespects us, it should not mean the end of our progress. It should become the test of our character, the forging of our resilience, and the demonstration of our greatness. I want you to know this: your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see it. Today, let's discuss 5 powerful ways to handle those who don't respect us, ways that will empower us, strengthen us, and allow us to rise higher than we ever thought possible. When we talk about maintaining your self-respect and inner strength, we're not just speaking about a superficial attitude or a temporary shield. We're talking about a deep-rooted, unshakable foundation that forms the core of who you are. You see, self-respect is not given to you by someone else. It is something you cultivate, something you nurture, and something you protect at all costs. It's the quiet voice within you that speaks truth when others lie, that stands firm when others fall, and that refuses to compromise your values no matter the circumstances. Ask yourself this: do I value myself enough to protect my peace, my integrity, and my purpose? Your self-respect is a covenant you make with yourself. It is the promise you keep that no matter what happens, no matter how others treat you, you will remain steadfast in who you are. You will not lower yourself to meet someone else's ignorance or disrespect. Instead, you will rise to meet challenges with grace, with wisdom, and with the resolve of someone who knows that their worth is not determined by external validation, but by an internal commitment to truth and excellence. This self-respect is about knowing your worth not because others acknowledge it, but because you acknowledge it first. It's about standing tall in your own reflection. It's about speaking up not from a place of defensiveness, but from a place of inner confidence. When you maintain your self-respect, you radiate a presence that commands respect not through force, but through authenticity. People respect you not because of how loudly you speak, but because of the quiet power of your convictions, the sincerity of your purpose, and the strength of your character. This inner strength is what enables you to walk away from battles you don't need to fight, not out of defeat, but out of wisdom. It's what gives you the power to listen to criticism and turn it into a learning opportunity rather than a personal attack. It empowers you to stand firm in your decisions, even when the world tries to sway you, because your choices are guided by a commitment to truth, integrity, and purpose. You must recognize that self-respect is not about pride, it is about authenticity. It's about aligning your actions with your beliefs. It's about saying, I will treat others with respect because that is who I am, not because of how they treat me. It's a reflection of your commitment to becoming a person of influence, not through words or accolades, but through the strength of your actions, the clarity of your purpose, and the unwavering commitment to your principles. So let me ask you once more, do you have the courage to stand in your truth, to uphold your dignity, and to refuse to settle for anything less than the best version of yourself? Do you have the strength to walk away with your head held high, knowing that your value is not diminished by disrespect, but rather amplified by your ability to stand tall, resolute, and true? Maintain your self-respect and inner strength, and you will find that respect is not something you need to demand. It will flow to you unbidden as a natural response to your inner power, your commitment to purpose, and your unwavering dedication to authenticity. When you know who you are and act from a place of truth, your presence alone becomes a beacon of respect, integrity, and purpose, something that inspires others to rise, to respect themselves, and to embrace their own greatness. When someone disrespects you, the natural instinct is often to react. But I urge you not to react, but to respond. There's a world of difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction is quick, emotional, and often driven by hurt, anger, or frustration. It's an impulse that comes from the surface of your being. But a response that is something deeper, something intentional, a response comes from your inner strength, your wisdom, and your clarity. It is a choice. And choices define our destiny. You see, a reaction is a loss of control. It hands your power over to someone else, but a response restores your power. It allows you to speak not from a place of vulnerability, but from a place of purpose and clarity. When you respond, you are saying, I will not let external circumstances dictate my peace or my path. I will let my inner convictions, my purpose, and my commitment to integrity dictate how I engage with you. Imagine for a moment standing tall, even in the face of disrespect, and instead of lashing out or breaking down, you take a breath. You center yourself. You ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve in this interaction? How can I handle this situation in a way that preserves my dignity, my integrity, and my inner peace? These questions are not about winning arguments, they are about winning respect, building relationships, and maintaining your inner equilibrium. When you respond rather than react, you show the other person, and more importantly yourself, that you are in control of your emotions, in control of your mind, and in control of your life. You demonstrate that you are not a victim of circumstances, but a master of your choices. And let me tell you something, when you choose to respond with wisdom, with clarity, and with purpose, respect begins to flow, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it through your calm strength and composure. A response, my friends, can transform a hostile encounter into an opportunity for understanding. It can turn disrespect into a chance for dialogue. It can change enemies into allies. But only if you have the discipline to respond with intention rather than react with impulse. This discipline is a testament to your inner strength, to your commitment to live a life of purpose, and to your refusal to let anyone dictate your state of mind. So I ask you, the next time someone tries to diminish you, to disrespect you, do not let your emotions control your words or actions. Instead, pause. Reflect. Ask yourself, what kind of man, woman, leader do I want to be? Respond from a place of clarity, of composure, and of purpose. Let your response be your signature, a symbol of your wisdom, your respect for yourself, and your commitment to walk a path of integrity. Let your response be the beacon that lights the way, not only for you, but for those around you. Show them that respect is not about submission or appeasement. It is about courage, about confidence, about self-respect, and about the power that comes from standing firm, from standing tall, and from standing true. When we speak of communicating with clarity and confidence, we speak of a skill that goes beyond mere words. It's about speaking from a place of conviction, purpose, and truth. Too often, we let others disrespect cloud our communication, making us hesitant, unsure, or defensive. But I tell you, true communication comes not from a place of doubt, but from a foundation of inner assurance. It comes from a commitment to speak not just what is convenient, but what is necessary, meaningful, and powerful. Communication with clarity and confidence means that every word you speak, every sentence you form, carries intention and direction. It means saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and standing by it. Even when you are speaking to someone who disrespects you, even when emotions or high intentions threaten to overpower reason, let your words flow with purpose. Speak with honesty and transparency. Let your tone reflect your inner strength rather than your inner fears. If you are confident within, your voice will become an instrument of clarity rather than confusion. You You see, words are not just carriers of information, they are builders of reality. What you say shapes how others see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. When you speak with clarity, you affirm your own boundaries, your own beliefs, and your own self-respect. You teach others how to treat you by setting the terms of engagement with your communication. Do not let anyone's misunderstanding or disregard make you second-guess your truth. Stand firm in your knowledge, stand tall in your purpose, and speak with the kind of confidence that comes from being aligned with your integrity. Confidence in communication is also about listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart and your mind. Listen deeply to what others are really saying. When you understand their words and intentions, you communicate back not with defensiveness, but with wisdom. When you respond with wisdom, you communicate respect, even in the face of disrespect. You show that you are not afraid to engage with truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may seem. Let your communication be a mirror reflecting respect, not just self-respect, but respect for the conversation, respect for dialogue, respect for the exchange of thoughts and ideas. Even when someone tries to bring you down, speak not to diminish, but to elevate. Every word you speak should lift the conversation to a higher ground of dignity and mutual respect. Confidence doesn't mean dominating the conversation, it means mastering it with poise and purpose, ensuring that every interaction contributes to your growth, your purpose, and your path. Remember, confidence is not arrogance. It's not about speaking louder, it's about speaking clearer. It's not about overpowering others, but empowering yourself. It's about having the courage to admit what you don't know and the strength to seek wisdom. It's about standing in your truth while being open to correction and willing to learn. Confidence, true confidence, builds a bridge, not a wall. It invites collaboration, it seeks understanding, and ultimately it commands respect because it is born from respect, not just for oneself, but respect for others and the shared human experience. So speak boldly, yes, but speak with clarity that comes from knowing who you are, knowing your mission, and knowing that every word is a chance to build respect, to establish boundaries, and to pave the way forward with purpose and integrity. Speak in a way that inspires, not because you're seeking applause, but because you are committed to authenticity, to truth, and to leaving every encounter with a reflection of your unyielding commitment to greatness and respect. When it comes to setting healthy boundaries, I want you to understand that it is not an act of defensiveness, it is an act of strength, of clarity, and of purpose. Boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They are the protective guidelines that ensure your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When you set a boundary, you are saying to the world, to others, and most importantly to yourself, that you value your time, your energy, and your peace. And let me remind you, if you don't value yourself, how can you expect others to do so? Setting boundaries with courage means having the bravery to stand tall in your truth, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it may not be popular, and even when others push back. It means having the strength to say no when you need to. Not from a place of bitterness, but from a place of clarity. It means saying yes to your well-being, to your purpose, and to your growth. Boundaries become your allies, not adversaries. They become the sacred lines that preserve your integrity, your focus, and your commitment to your goals. When you set a boundary, do so with the commitment to fairness and respect, not just for yourself, but for others as well. A boundary should never be about alienating or belittling someone. It's about creating a respectful space where honesty and integrity can coexist. It's about demonstrating that respect doesn't mean compromising your principles, it means standing firm in them no matter the circumstances. Sometimes setting boundaries will require you to let go of relationships that drain you, environments that hinder you, and connections that no longer serve your purpose, and that's a hard truth. But remember, letting go is not losing, it is creating space for what truly serves your future. Every choice you make to uphold your boundaries is a choice to prioritize your purpose, to invest in your resilience, and to commit fully to the life you deserve. Having courage doesn't mean never being afraid. It means acting in spite of fear. It means standing up for yourself even when the odds seem stacked against you, knowing that every moment you choose self-respect over compromise, you are laying the foundation of a life lived with integrity. In every interaction, let your boundaries communicate not weakness but wisdom, self-respect, and the kind of inner strength that others instinctively respect. So I challenge you today to ask yourself, what are the boundaries you need to set to protect your time, your energy, your purpose, and your peace? Stand tall, speak with purpose, and set those boundaries with the clarity that only comes from knowing who you are and where you are headed. The respect you seek is not about what others give, it is about what you give to yourself by honoring your commitment to your purpose, your potential, and your path. Let your boundaries become a testament to your resilience, a reflection of your inner discipline, and a beacon of respect that illuminates your journey and inspires others to live with the same courage, clarity, and commitment to purpose. When we speak of leading by example with grace and integrity, we are not speaking of empty gestures or superficial actions. No, we are speaking of a life lived with purpose, a life led with authenticity, a life where your actions are not just words but testimonies. You see, integrity is not just a virtue, it is a commitment. It's a commitment to yourself first and foremost, and then to everyone around you. When you commit to integrity, you commit to a path that is not always easy, but always worthwhile. It means standing for what is right, even when it's difficult. It means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Integrity means that your public actions reflect your private character. It means your handshake is as strong and trustworthy as your word. People respect those who do not waver in their commitment to truth, those who do not compromise their principles for the sake of comfort or convenience. Integrity is a foundation, it is the bedrock of respect. When you live with integrity, you don't just earn respect, you command it. Not because you seek it, but because your commitment to honesty, loyalty, and fairness becomes a light that guides others. Grace, on the other hand, is the lubricant that smoothens interactions and builds bridges. Grace is the power to stand strong and still extend kindness. Grace is strength wrapped in humility. It means having the courage to disagree, but doing so with respect. Grace is speaking up for what you believe, but doing so not with the intention of tearing someone down, but with the aim of building them up. It's about having the maturity to recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles, everyone has their own struggles, and a moment of respect, a moment of grace can open doors that conflict never could. When you lead by example with grace and integrity, you set a standard not just for yourself, but for your community, your workplace, your family, and your circle of influence. You show that it is possible to succeed without compromising one's character. You show that true leadership is not about power or dominance, but about service, about sacrifice, and about a commitment to a greater good. You create an environment where respect is not a demand, but a natural outgrowth of your consistent and authentic actions. You become the kind of person that others look to, not because you seek the spotlight, but because you embody what it means to be committed, to be honest, to be fair, and to have purpose. You teach people through your actions that true leadership is about doing, not just speaking about giving, not just taking about lifting others, not just yourself. You remind everyone that success built on integrity and grace is success that endures, that uplifts, and that elevates all. So I challenge you to live a life where integrity and grace are not just ideals, but realities. Let your character speak louder than your achievements. Let your actions reflect your deepest commitment to truth, to loyalty, and to purpose. Lead not by trying to impress, but by inspiring. Lead not by dominating, but by empowering. In everything you do, let the light of grace and the strength of integrity illuminate your path. And in doing so, you will become a beacon of respect, a symbol of hope, and a living testament to what it means to live a life of purpose, dignity, and true leadership. Let go and rise above. Focus on your purpose. These words are not just a call to action, they are a mindset, a lifestyle, a beacon that should guide every step you take. You see, life is filled with obstacles, misunderstandings, and encounters with people who don't see your worth, who don't respect your journey, and who don't value your contributions. But let me tell you something, these challenges are not the end of your story, they are the beginning of your greatness. Every difficulty, every setback, every moment of disrespect, it can either break you or it can build you. And I choose for you, I choose for me, I choose for us that we rise with purpose, that we rise with resilience, that we rise with a commitment to something greater than temporary obstacles and fleeting opinions. Let go means releasing the bitterness, the anger, the resentment. Let go means freeing yourself from the chains of someone else's perception of you. Why? Because holding on to resentment only diminishes your energy and clouds your vision. It keeps you tethered to someone else's negativity rather than propelling you toward your destiny. You are too valuable, too capable, and too important to let someone else's ignorance or disrespect dictate your course. Letting go is about reclaiming your inner peace, your focus, and your drive. It's about standing tall, knowing that your life is your responsibility and that your purpose is too significant to be overshadowed by someone else's disregard. When you let go, you make room for clarity. You make room for growth. You make room for real purpose. You start to see the bigger picture. You realize that every encounter, every setback, every disappointment is a stepping stone to your destiny. It's a chance to learn, a chance to grow, a chance to transform your pain into wisdom, your struggles into strength, and your setbacks into setups for greater comebacks. Focus on your purpose. Ask yourself, why am I here? What am I meant to do? What impact do I want to make in this world? When you align your actions with your purpose, you stop living reactively and start living intentionally. Your energy shifts, your perspective shifts. You become unstoppable. The disrespect that once troubled you becomes a mere footnote in your story, a story not of defeat but of purpose-driven resilience and triumph. Purpose is what fuels you. It's the engine of your drive and the light that guides your path. When you focus on your purpose, you don't just survive, you thrive. You don't just react, you act with conviction. You don't just stumble, you rise with intention. And when you rise, you lift others with you. You become a beacon of hope, a testament to resilience, a symbol of what it means to live with integrity, with grace, and with unstoppable determination. So let go, my friends. Let go of everything that dims your light, everything that steals your energy, everything that tries to break your spirit. To rise above, not just for yourself, but for your community, your family, your future, and for everyone who is watching, waiting, hoping to see someone who refuses to crumble under pressure. Rise with purpose. Rise with strength. Rise because you owe it to yourself to fulfill your potential, to live your destiny, and to leave a legacy not of setbacks but of successes, resilience, and unbreakable determination. Let me leave you with this. You are not here by accident. You have a purpose that is greater than any moment of disrespect, greater than any setback, greater than any challenge. Stand firm in the knowledge that your purpose is your true compass, guiding you through every storm, every difficulty, and every encounter. When you let go and rise above, you don't just move past obstacles, you transcend them. You don't just survive, you thrive. You don't just react, you transform. Let your life be a reflection of inner strength, a testament to resilience, and a beacon of integrity. Let respect follow you not because you demand it, but because you radiate it. You have the power to turn every negative encounter into an opportunity for growth, every setback into a setup for a comeback, and every moment of disrespect into a chance to demonstrate your true character. Rise above with courage, move forward with purpose, and do so with the unwavering commitment to yourself, your values, and your calling. Because in the end, what matters is not how others treat you, but how you treat yourself and the world around you. Let your life speak of respect, purpose, and impact. Let it inspire, uplift, and transform. Now go forth not just surviving, but thriving, not just enduring, but living fully with purpose, with passion, and with a respect that changes everything you touch. Let it start with you and let it ripple out, touching lives, transforming realities, and building a legacy that endures.